Welcome to the Will Muschamp Show. On Senior Day in the Swamp, the Gators overcome a rash of injuries, show why they're one of the top defenses in the country. Carolina falls to them today, 20-7. Coach, first of all, I know you give a lot of credit to the Gators, but your football team fought back, got 7 in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts on the ball game?
Well, we can't start out the game the way we did in any phase. Offensively, defensively, and special teams, we did nothing right to help ourselves. Field position was a killer in the game. We've got to continue to improve our team speed to help us as far as our coverage units. But I'm very proud of our guys about how they responded in the game. They continued to fight in the game, and they put it to a situation where we got a chance to score and get an onside kick, and who knows what happens. Physical football game, nobody backed down. Your team did not do that as well. But on our Palmetto Health Injury Report, we saw Rico Dowdle go out of the ball game. Of course, A.J. Turner never got out on the field that we saw. And then Chris Moody, tell us about the health of your football team. I think we're in pretty good shape. Chris Moody's got a bone bruise, but I think he's going to be fine. A.J. possibly could have played, but just some of the lateral movement we weren't sure about. So I definitely think he'll be back this week, and Rico's going to be fine. All right, that's our Palmetto Health Injury Report. Coming up next, highlights from the Swamp, the Gamecocks and the Gators.
Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way. When you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field. Witness pregame warm-ups from the sidelines. Winners receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
During the Ford year-end event, discover why Ford is America's best-selling brand. With the most 5-star ratings, award-winning value, and the highest owner loyalty. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Drive F-150 with up to $10,094 in total savings plus $500 Ford credit bonus cash, and get $1,000 Black Friday bonus cash on top of all other offers only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls with head coach Will Muschamp from 7 till 8 p.m. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Ray Tanner.
And I'm Frank Martin. It's time for the Palmetto Series Food Drive to support Harvest Hope Food Bank.
1 in 6 South Carolina families struggle to find their next meal. So beat Clemson and help tackle hunger by donating your non-perishable items at participating BuyLow stores.
And let's earn a point in the certified South Carolina grown Palmetto Series.
Make your donations between October 31st and November 21st and follow the Gamecocks at palmettoseries.com.
And let's make beating hunger a slam dunk.
Welcome back. A November day, but warm, 80 degrees at the Swamp in Gainesville, Florida. This week's highlights are presented by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Gamecocks out on the field, they're all white uniforms, but the Gators strike early.
Well, we have a bust here. The defensive end should have played the quarterback. And again, against a team like that, we just can't make those mistakes. And critical mistake to lead to their first touchdown right there. That was a 30-something yard run, and They hit us on the bootleg through. We have double edge pressure, but critical mistake on ours. That was a mental mistake.
4 plays, 56 yards. Again, you see the good field position they seem to start out with, Coach.
Well, they did, and a really nice punch out right there of getting the turnover. We've been very opportunistic defensively. Nice job here on the screen game with Debo, getting the ball vertically, getting the ball back to midfield. We need to continue to get him the football. He's a running back. He's got explosive change of direction. You see here coming back through, we got a little crossed up. It should have been going back to the field on the screen. It was a man beater that we had dialed up that we liked. Here's a critical third down that we shouldn't carry a guy down the field, and we ought to have somebody tackling him there on the 25-yard line, and we don't. So then another mental mistake in the situation in a game on a critical third down that shouldn't have happened, and we get a break here. They fumbled the snap from center, and Bryson Allen Williams in a good spot to get the ball.
That was a backup center into the ball game, and they struggle with that. But again, a lot of, Coach, more missed tackles and run out plays than we'd seen in a while for your team.
We just, we got to tackle better, and again, those are some things we've got to continue to harp on. But Brandon Powell beats us in the slot right there, and we've got to cover better in those situations, man cover, third down especially, and then they beat us in the slot here. Ahmad Fulwood does a nice job against Jamarcus, gets us turned around on the route. He needs to utilize his middle field safety and leverage the receiver in the slot better. We come back in a nice 50-50 ball, and Brian Edwards does a really nice job against Jalen Tabor, a very good cover corner. We come back here, we got the wheel route to the back we like, but Jake does a nice job of pulling it down and getting a first down right there for us. We battled to a 3rd and 15 situation, and we got to get points. We can't take a snack, we can't have a turnover in those situations. You like to go in the half 14-3, but we also dropped a dig there that may have been a touchdown. But nice job responding by our defense. Tip ball, TJ Holloman's in place to get the ball. So as poorly as we played in all 3 phases, we're going down at the half 14-0. So, feel decent about where we are. Come back on 2nd and 17 here. We played the screens extremely well. We knew that was going to be a big deal in the game, and that's what they're going to be able to do. Their guy comes in and hits it pretty good there, but Darius almost got it. I thought from the sideline he might have gotten it as far as going to our block situation there. Here you get a pressure, we get a free hit on the quarterback. We just got to do a little better job in man coverage. They do a good job of seeing the pressure coming and hitting the route. Here again, we've got to leverage the formation. They hit a little tempo run on us. Nice tackle by John Walton, leveraging the ball outside, and we hold them to a field goal again. And again, DJ Smith comes free on that. We got to see if we can't block that one there to be a 20-0 game. But again, this is where our guys continue to fight and play in the ball game. And really proud of that.
Into the 4th quarter.
Throw an interception, defense comes out and makes a stop. That's part of the game. You got to complement each other. Much better job on the zone read than we did earlier in the game. That's how we should have played it earlier in the game and didn't quite get it done there. Here's a 3rd and 7 situation. Again, got good pressure on the play. Our guys do a nice job in the 4-man rush of being able to get pressure, so that's good. And then again, our guys keep coming right here. An RPO to Brian Edwards right there. It hits a slant on him, which is good. One-on-one coverage, you got to win against these guys. Same situation here, one-on-one coverage. Debo wins it. Nice ball placement by Jake, and you see what Debo does with the ball. Does a nice job of getting the ball vertical down the field. Here we're getting a 2nd and 5 opportunity. We do a nice job of sealing the edge in the run game. We still got plenty of time, and Rod Talley does a really nice job of getting the first down. Really well blocked on the perimeter by our guys. 4th down situation here. Jake goes to probably his 3rd or 4th progression. Rod Talley makes a fantastic run down the sideline to put us into a situation to get points on the board, to cut this to a 2-score game. Really nice job by David sticking it up in there and getting the touchdown. So now you need to get a stop on defense. Unfortunately, it took us till 2 first downs to get the ball back. We had to burn all of our timeouts. But again, our guys keep playing right here. Hayden needs to get out of bounds in that situation. It's a 1st down, and the clock's going to stop on the chain movement, but we got to be able to stop the clock altogether and let us think a little bit. But a really nice job by Jake seeing the coverage come open and splitting the middle field safety, and Hayden just battling and competing right there against a good football player. 2nd and 15 situation here. They flush us a little bit. Jake gets the ball to KC right there again. Needs the ball security a little bit more, but the guys are battling and competing and playing, and that's what it's all about, to give yourself a chance. 4th and 2, they max blitz us. We knew it was coming. Jake gives ground, throws the ball up to the back of the end zone, and we got to make that play right there.
That's the way it ends. The Gamecocks battle back. That was an 80-yard, 11-play drive to get the score. Can't quite close it down there with the touchdown there towards the end. in Carolina Falls today, 20-7. After the break, we got a review with one of our great coaches, Brian McClendon, Gamecocks, on the Will Muschamp Show right after this.
When the Gamecocks are on the road, all fans are invited to the official watch party at Steve Taneyhill's Group Therapy. There will be drawings for great prizes, drink specials, and former Gamecock football players to watch the game with. Over the last 10 years, Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation has awarded more than $20 million to first responders and public safety organizations across the country. More than $1 million of that has gone to organizations in the state of South Carolina. Between now and the Georgia game, each time you visit a Columbia area Firehouse Subs and round up while paying, you'll make a contribution to first responders.
What does no limits mean to me?
Cultivating bold thinkers.
Connecting students to the global economy.
A commitment to life-changing discovery.
Improving healthcare for everyone, young and old.
An amazing student experience.
Academic excellence across campus.
What does no limits mean to me? Where do I begin?
Good or better? The Hyundai Sonata versus the Toyota Camry. The Sonata has an available panoramic sunroof. The Camry? No. In the Sonata, available Android Auto. The Camry? No again. And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2017 Sonata from Hyundai.
During the Ford year-end event, discover why Ford is America's best-selling brand. With the most 5-star ratings, award-winning value, and the highest owner loyalty. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Drive F-150 with up to $10,094 in total savings plus $500 Ford credit bonus cash and get $1,000 Black Friday bonus cash on top of all other offers only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
As the Gamecocks are set to kick off, remember that Safe Federal Credit Union is your financial MVP. As a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, Safe offers custom USC debit cards with each checking account. Enjoy no monthly service charge, no minimum balance requirement, and show your spirit each time you use your debit card. Safe Federal Credit Union. Your money is better here.
Welcome back to the Will Muschamp Show. I'm Todd Ellis. We're at the Steve and Jerry Spurrier indoor facility and practice field, and wide receivers coach Brian McClendon. And coach, before we talk offense and wide receivers, I hadn't talked to you about your family and how they've gotten adjusted to South Carolina, Columbia, and the university. Have they enjoyed it?
They enjoy it. They really, really do. I mean, it was being at a place for so long and kind of all that they have known. That was kind of my biggest concern, really, you know, just moving and relocating in general. And so, but as soon as they came over here, community was, you know, took us in. My son loves the school, my daughter loves her school, my wife loves the area. So, I mean, it really, really, really has become home really, really fast.
You have done a lot of things in your career, passing game coordinator, wide receiver coach. You've played the position. When you go talk to recruits or go to clinics, what characteristics do you tell folks that you're looking for in a person that plays wide receiver for you?
Well, to be honest, one of the biggest things that I think that a great receiver needs is the ability to be able to change direction and separate. I mean, it's so hard, and especially being in the Southeastern Conference, you get a lot more man-to-man where people kind of come up and, you know, it's a lot of combat at the line of scrimmage. So you got to be ready to change direction, be able to separate from people really, really well.
Everybody knows that when you took the job, there has probably not a program in the country that had fewer returning players with catches and touchdowns and overall production. You didn't know whether those guys could produce in game situations.
That's right. And that's the thing. And I don't know, and I know people that's obviously been to practice. You know, my method is to put them under as much pressure at practice as I possibly can, and know that there's a direct consequence into doing it right and doing it wrong, and because that's the position that they're going to be put in on Saturdays. And so that's what we focus on, and just making sure that it's a direct consequence of doing things wrong, and had to do that from the very beginning. But I say this, man, the guys bought in. You know, they listen, and they're very, very coachable, and I got great kids too, man. So that really helps out a lot.
The more and more you watch college football, and certainly it's trickling down from the pros as well. You touched on it earlier, which is these one-on-one battles now with everybody playing pressure defense.
Right.
And we've seen some of the greatest plays this year on this football team made by your core in those one-on-one situations where it's literally what you call a 50-50 ball.
Right.
How do you practice that? Because it's hard to simulate that without getting guys hurt. How do
Sure.
you figure out
Well,
whether a Debo Samuel will battle for the ball?
Absolutely. I mean, so every receiving drill that we have where guys are catching the football outside of our warm-up drills are going to always have some sort of distraction on them. So whether it be somebody hitting them, or whether it's they got to run through this, or they got to do this while they're catching the football, and it's just really just focusing on the concentration of the football and looking to point the ball into their hands. So and really just focusing on fundamentally catching the ball right. So many people just want to catch the ball, but I think you got to do a great job of fundamentally doing it right. And so that's the stuff that we work on. I read a quote. It was actually Bruce Lee, and he quoted, said, he didn't fear a man that practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but he feared the person that practiced one kick 10,000 times. So we come out and we do the same things to make sure that we're getting good.
Couple quick hitters before we let you go. Best wide receiver you ever saw live play?
The best receiver I've ever seen live play would probably be A.J. Green.
That's a good one.
A.J. Green.
Best catch you ever made?
Probably my senior season to beat Georgia Tech in 2005.
Sounds good. Brian McClendon, wide receivers coach at the University of South Carolina. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back on the Will Muschamp Show right after this.
Now at BuyLow, prices are down and staying down on the things you buy most. So visit your local BuyLow and pick up all of your game day essentials. BuyLow, premier grocery partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. Forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift? We've got you. Guitar? Coming tomorrow. Road game today? Surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Hotel! Guitar? Reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party? Relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Good hard work has earned Jesse Turner the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the volleyball team, Turner is a sophomore biology major with a 4.0 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Comes up throwing, down the middle, tipped, and intercepted. Picked off by the Gamecocks, and they stop another drive. How many things can go wrong in the last 3 plays? Well, if you're a South Carolina fan, you consider that things going right.
That's our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? And 2 of your Gamecocks, Coach, combining for an interception. That's what you got to have. Deflections, playing in the zone, and good hands.
Well, we dropped 8 on the play, and it was a critical play before half. They've got a field goal kicker with a big leg. We've got to be able to make a stop in that situation and keep it a 4.2 score game.
So Bryson Allen Williams and TJ Holloman combining to get that interception. Holloman with the credit of it. Now it's our Terminex Pest Player of the game, Coach, and it goes to the defender. Seems to be getting better and better. Darius English.
Well, Darius has had a fine senior year for us. He does a great job preparing through the week. He's a great example for our younger players. He's put up some really nice stats as far as sacks and those things are concerned this year, but he's played good, consistent football for us.
Darius English, 10 sacks, 2.5 tackles for a loss on the day. Now it's time for those great sights and sounds that come with Southeastern Conference football, brought to you by Hyundai.
Now it's time for this week's Hyundai Sights and Sounds of Game Day.
This is the 200th all-time regular season game for South Carolina in the SEC. On the field, the Gamecocks appear to be the team surging, having won 3 straight with a freshman quarterback, Jake Bentley, that is facing his first SEC environment on the road.
One snap at a time for 60 minutes.
Got a first down for Mark Thompson, then knocked back. The ball's down on the ground. Do the Gamecocks have it?
Yes, sir.
Turnover.
Yes, sir.
Carolina's got it. First and goal. Florida, they fumble. The Gamecocks, Bryson Allen Williams picks it up around the 10-yard line. Appleby was under center. He spun out to his right to look like he was going to pitch it left, and the ball hit the ground, and Bryson Allen Williams was right there. The second fumble of the day for the Gators, and Carolina's second turnover. Bump right in the backfield, but Appleby wants to throw it. Looking down the middle, tipped up in the air and intercepted. TJ Holloman catches it, runs out of bounds on the Gator bench at the 35. Bryson Allen Williams tipped the ball, and then great hands by Holloman reaching back over his right shoulder. Fourth and 6. 7:47 to go in the ball game. 4 wide receivers set. Bentley in the pocket. Swings it out left side. Got Talley at the 20. Good cut at the 15, 10. Talley stutter step at the 5. Leaps for it. Got to the pylon. They call him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Calls for the football. Up the middle, David Williams, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, David Williams from 1 yard out. That'll do it. Just not enough for the Gamecocks today. The final score, the Gators 20, the Gamecocks 7.
Now, Gamecocks everywhere can support their beloved university year-round at the USC Alumni Center. Our spirit capital is the place to support student learning, connect to each other, and advocate for Carolina, no matter where you are in the world. Alumni, students, faculty, staff, and fans, we are ready to welcome you home. Visit mycarolina.org and stay connected forever to thee.
As the Gamecocks are set to kick off, remember that Safe Federal Credit Union is your financial MVP. As a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, Safe offers custom USC debit cards with each checking account. Enjoy no monthly service charge, no minimum balance requirement, and show your spirit each time you use your debit card. Safe Federal Credit Union. Your money is better here.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
I'm Clay Matthews, and I'm good at football. And so is Verizon. Because now you can watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile, exclusively on Verizon. All without using your data. That's better than good. It's the best.
And I'm the best.
Watch live NFL games, NFL Red Zone, and more with NFL Mobile, all in HD, only on America's best network.
Good or better? The Hyundai Sonata versus the Toyota Camry. The Sonata has an available panoramic sunroof. The Camry, no. In the Sonata, available Android Auto. The Camry, no again. And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2017 Sonata from Hyundai.
Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
Welcome back. Before we get to the Toyota keys to the game for next week, Coach, in that post game, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. You're in midfield. The Gamecocks had just battled with the Gators, and your football players from the Gator football team surrounded you and came out. You had to be out there for another 10 minutes. I know it didn't feel good to lose today with your football team now, but how about that? Tell us about visiting with those guys.
Well, you as a coach, and I get very close with the players, you spend a lot of time with these guys and their families, and these guys mean a lot to me as far as them coming to the university I was working at, and I appreciate that. But I'm at the University of South Carolina now. I'm excited about being a Gamecock. I'm really excited about our future. I'm excited about our senior day coming up this Saturday against Western Carolina.
Yeah, that's our Toyota keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota, of course. Toyota, let's go places. And Coach, banged up physical football game, what do you got to do when you're bouncing back against a non-conference opponent like that?
Well, we're going to watch the film tomorrow and make the corrections and move forward. You got to be able to move forward. One of the most important things we've talked to our players about was getting bowl eligible for our seniors. They deserve that. These guys have done a fantastic job for us as a new staff, walking into a new situation and really buying into what we want to do, and I'm extremely proud of how they have responded to us.
The Gamecocks battle today in the swamp, but fall short. The Gators win it. Don't forget to join us next week, Senior Day, and the Gamecocks could clinch for bowl eligibility. Thanks for joining us on the Will Muschamp Show.